Hey guys, the 21st Century Man here. Thanks for tuning into this video. Tonight I wanted to take a break from what I normally do, and I think I'm officially done doing it. And it's monitoring the situation. Okay? This is the plight of the 21st Century Man. And that's you out there, dear listener. It's everybody, right? I'm in my early 30s now, and I've gone through the other forms of addiction that happens to a American male. You go through the alcohol in your early 20s and your late teens, in my case, early 20s. You get exposed to this, you stop doing it after a while, hopefully, or you just do it for the rest of your life because you picked a normal job and it's the only way you can get through it. Respect. Then weed, maybe, right? Other forms of drugs. There's so many options that you can get addicted to in your early 20s, but I've worked my way through them. And then sports gambling, playing poker. I was addicted to that for a while. Just anything to keep the tunnel vision, keep on going to work. Anything to just keep the days moving along. It could be one of those adult websites that many of you are addicted to. It could be a whole lot of things. But as a 21st century man, my addiction now is monitoring the situation. I can hear you now. Well, it's not that bad to be addicted to monitoring the situation. Of all the things you can be addicted to, being informed, right? Compared to like a sports gambler who you talk to and they're basically, hey, my parlay's doing this. Hey, look at this bet I have. Look at my slip I got going. Like anyone cares. But is it really that much better for me to be like, screw your parlay. Do you know what's going on in Iraq and Afghanistan right now? There are drones going towards Crimea. This is important, okay? We're at the edge of World War III every single day, but we're not. But we are, okay? Trust me. Oil is tanking. Cryptocurrency. Have you seen the price of gold recently? It's dropping. The Asian markets, something's breaking. Something is breaking. The line on the graph is going down. And meanwhile, I make fun of other people for having a sports gambling addiction or alcoholism. At least you're going out in the world and doing things. I'm sitting at home like an asshole with my screen, hopefully multiple screens. I got multiple tabs open. I got a podcast going. I'm drinking coffee. It's like I'm addicted to stimulation and I'm just hitting refresh it's like a gambler. It's like an old lady at a casino who just keeps on hitting refresh. Tell me more bad news. Tell me more about what Vladimir Putin's public statement is. I need to know this. It's so dumb. I'm done doing it. I've had like a break in reality. And it's like the first time I've even considered this. I think it's like a gambler mindset. I'm tunnel visioning into it. It's like a way to reduce my anxiety in the moment, or at least that's how my body has portrayed it thus far, but it's really not reducing my anxiety at all. I think it's probably having the opposite effect. I think my heart's probably pounding out of my chest the entire time, but like that feels good. It's just like any other addiction, I suppose. It feels good to do a bunch of cocaine, but like it's your body's dying on the inside. I guess the same thing probably applies to monitoring the situation. I think I need to just read it in a certain period of the day, and then I can't just do it for multiple hours at night. Like I come home from work and I monitor the situation. I'm like a boomer sitting back watching Fox News. And is it really that healthy to monitor, especially because I like war? When I mean monitor the situation, it's all about the verge of World War III. And I see a bunch of gnarly stuff every single day. Like, what is wrong with me that I witness seeing like a burned hand reaching out from a collapsed building in Gaza, and I witnessed that, and I'm like, holy crap, and I just keep scrolling. Like I want more of it. I don't immediately click out and like watch a Dumb and Dumber movie. It's like, wow, there's something dark about that that I'm willing to admit. At this point in time, I'll probably go back to monitoring the situation tonight. It's an addiction. And I guess I have to try and just wean myself off of this drug. And I think maybe realizing that the people, the content creators, and no disrespect, you got to make a living, right? If you have a show where you speak for an hour every single day about the front lines of the Ukraine war and you have an audience, that's great. I just think it's kind of boring at this point. And maybe that's what kind of broke me. I understand that the war goes on every single day and the day-to-day impacts are important, but at what point is it not important to me as a 21st century man? At what point is it hurting me as a 21st century man to know this rather than doing anything else with my time, rather than monitoring the situation? And yes, you've guessed it correctly. I don't have a girlfriend. And what does it say about me that the war, when it did come to an end, like it was early April, and we're kind of just tit for tat, things are happening just on the weekends for the markets this reason, right? It keeps repeating itself. So it's like, why do I care? But anyways, I do for some reason. It's like, okay, it's Friday. I'm about to monitor the situation even harder. But what does it say about me that when things kind of tamper down, I get in a bad mood? That's like, I want the shooting to go on. It's like, oh, fucking cool, man. It's insatiable though. And I'm just monitoring the situation. I'm behind a computer screen. It obviously doesn't impact me at all, other than psychologically, I suppose. I mean, I've always been the type of guy that has been interested in gnarly things, seen it on the internet. I wasn't going on the dark web or anything, but now it's just on Twitter, so I can just scroll and it's just sort of there. But what does it say about me that it just puts me in a bad mood when they're like, you know what, we're going to stop shooting at each other? And I'm like, oh man, now I can't monitor the situation so much. Or I can, but it's less exciting. The problem is my political philosophy, if there is one. I'm more of I think a term that could be used is accelerationist, right? I'm in the day-to-day life of existence, and instead of drinking booze to get through it, I'm monitoring the situation. But it's the same thing. We hate what's going on in our day-to-day lives. But I associate that with, hey, let's just speed this on. Let's go on the gas pedal. So this war, I just want it to just go guns a-blazing so then things actually change for once. But it doesn't. It's just, things are changing, but it takes a while for things to change. Is it accelerationist fantasy at this point? No, I don't think we're not there yet. Obviously, it's just a day-to-day cottage industry wet dream. And the thing is with these people that do this, that you can't really offer analysis. It's just reading quotes, saying an opinion, maybe a little bit of crystal ball. So what do you think this means? Ooh, yeah. And it doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. The people who have a big following probably just say ridiculous things like, we are so close to the risk of nuclear war more than ever before. And then nothing happens. The nothing happens crowd is also monitoring the situation, by the way. They'll be in the comment sections. They'll be like, well, nothing, it's like a meme. It'll just say nothing ever happens. And I think they're right, but they're still monitoring the situation. I feel bad for them even more than me, maybe, because I'm an accelerationist. So I'm like, this is it. This is going to be the thing. I don't have to go to work this Monday. So dumb. But the cottage industry, they can't even, there's no analysis to it either. So that's the thing, maybe just to wean myself off of this. I think it's maybe smart to just start with like, okay, once every 2 or 3 days, I listen to one thing. I get all of the information that I would if I were monitoring it for 5 hours a night. Instead of spending that 15 hours, I'll spend 2 hours. It's just, what am I going to do to fill that other time? Right? The addict's dilemma. I don't have anything else to fill it. Right? I've quit the alcohol. I quit the weed. I don't sports gamble anymore. I don't play poker online anymore. Now I monitor the situation. So how am I going to replace this time? The addict's dilemma. But let's end on a positive, right? Now that I'm through this and I'm self-aware that I need to stop monitoring the situation and take steps to do other things with my time, maybe get a girlfriend, and in those extra hours, maybe I can do that. Maybe I can scroll Bumble. That'll be my new addiction. See, like, what if you don't have any choices? I'll figure it out. But let's end on a positive. What has monitoring the situation taught me? First off, a lot of people that are talking about this on the day-to-day have no clue what they're talking about and just make predictions, so you keep on clicking on their video. You keep on refresh. I'm the person at the slot machine. More power to you. But they don't know anything, and you can't like do analysis on a day-to-day thing. You have to, like, honestly, if you were going to take a critical eye of the situation on the front line in Ukraine, you have to, like, take steps. You have to read the information, second guess the information, compare it to something else, make a broader point. You can't do that on the day-to-day. That would take days. As somebody who's just getting into content creation, to be able to do that on a day-to-day, then it just becomes robotic and stupid, and I hate it. But no disrespect. But also I hate it. I'm just going to stop listening to it. That's the only thing you can do. You can't hate on it too much. You just have to stop. Take your vote, put it somewhere else. Take my clicks, put it somewhere else. So I'm going to put it towards people who are actually doing analysis, and I guess I recommend you do the same. Maybe read about the subject matter itself. Instead of reading about the front line of Ukraine, read a book on Ukraine. Hey, that's a good idea. Maybe I'll start doing that. That'll be my new addiction. Another thing that I've learned by monitoring the situation over and over again, and I already knew this, so it's dumb that I had to go through all of this, but whatever. This is just a game, especially war, of course. It's a racket. It's always been a racket. I read that when I was probably I read that when I was like 19 in some book. I was like, whoa, that's true. It's profound. But then I didn't. It didn't get in here. And then I'm not saying that it did get into like the sports gamblers who were like looking at me like, who gives a fuck what's going on in goddamn Finland? They have nukes now? Who cares? China is not importing as much oil this week. Okay. It's all fake anyways. The markets are fake. War's a racket. I already knew all this, but definitely this tit for tat, to get a little serious here. This war in Iran especially is just about pumping markets at this point, and it's just blatant. So I guess that's just the way it is. Who cares? I feel bad for the people fighting on the ground, and I feel even worse now that it's just literally to pump markets. They just shoot a couple rockets at each other just to make sure the market goes the right way, then they stop. But then the population just kind of like cowers in fear, like, oh God, when are the next time the sirens are going to go off? They're going to go, hey, at least right? It's every time the market closes or opens. That's when the sirens start going. So with all that said, I'm done monitoring the situation, and I'd recommend you do it too. It's a waste of time. Such a waste of time. It's bad on your eyes. It's bad on your mental health. It's bad for interpersonal relationships. It's just like any other addiction when I think about it. Huh. Yeah. No more. I'm done doing it. It's going to be tough not to open Twitter the rest of the night. Oh well. I'm going to try my best. It's not, you got to wean yourself off, of course. Let's do it together. Because I know if you're on YouTube right now, you are probably monitoring the situation. This video, it'd be pretty funny if you're just monitoring the situation and they click on this video which says, dude, I'm done monitoring the situation. I know you're out there. You got to stop. We got to stop. Get a girlfriend. That'd be good, right? Anyways, thanks for tuning in, everybody. 21st Century Man on Substack. Check it out. I'm posting about every week at this point. And then new videos every week. Go out and check my other videos. That'd be awesome. Trying to do more analysis rather than day-to-day nonsense like the rabble's doing. And but first off, I need to learn to do it myself. I need to stop pushing the refresh button on my feeds. I need to find a better way to spend my time and hopefully improve my life as a 21st century man. Thanks again.